Virgo, sit down for this one. I mean it. Find a seat. Plant your feet on the ground. Take a breath. Because what I'm about to reveal to you is going to send shock waves through your entire being. There's been something brewing in the shadows of your life, something that's been growing quietly, secretly, almost invisibly, and it's about to explode into the light in a way that's going to leave you breathless. I'm talking about a love connection, a deep, undeniable, soul stirring connection. And there's an age gap involved, a significant one, the kind that makes people raise their eyebrows, whisper behind their hands, and say things like, "Are you sure?" Or, "That's unexpected." But Virgo, this love doesn't care about expectations. It doesn't care about what's conventional. It doesn't care about the opinions of people who aren't living your life. This love is real. It's powerful. It's been hiding because the people involved were scared. Scared of judgment, scared of rejection, scared of what people would say, but not anymore. The hiding is over. The confession is coming, and it's going to change everything. Before we go any further, I need you to do something with me. I need you to ground yourself. I need you to be present. I need you to create space in your heart for what's about to land. Because this is big. This is the kind of revelation that rearranges your reality. And if you're feeling this, if there's a flutter in your chest or a sense of anticipation that you can't quite explain, if you know deep down that this message is for you, hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel because this is where the truth lives, and you're going to need to hear more of it. And drop a comment, just one word, confessed. That's your declaration. That's you telling the universe that you're ready for this truth to come out, that you're ready to receive it, that you're ready to let it change things. Don't skip this. Don't scroll past. This is your moment. Seal it. All right, let me tell you what I'm seeing. Because what I'm seeing is so vivid, so specific, so charged with emotion that it's almost like I'm watching a movie unfold in real time. There is someone in your life, someone you have a connection with, a connection that's been growing, deepening, intensifying. And there's an age gap between you. Maybe it's a few years, maybe it's more. Maybe it's the kind of gap that people notice, the kind that makes people do a double take, the kind that people have opinions about. And for a long time, this person has been trying to ignore it. They've been trying to push it down. They've been trying to convince themselves that it's not real, that it's just infatuation, that it's not worth the risk. But Virgo, it hasn't worked. The feelings have only grown stronger. The connection has only deepened. And now they've reached a point where they can't hide it anymore. They can't pretend anymore. They can't deny it anymore. They're about to confess. And when they do, everything is going to shift. I'm seeing this person struggle so clearly. They've been wrestling with themselves for months, maybe even years. They've been asking themselves the same questions over and over. Should I say something? What if it ruins everything? What if they don't feel the same way? What if people find out? What will people think? What will people say? And all of that fear, all of that doubt, all of that second guessing has been keeping them silent, but it's also been torturing them. Because every time they see you, every time they talk to you, every time they share a moment with you, their heart screams at them to tell you the truth. And they've been silencing that scream, but not anymore. The scream is about to break free. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Who is this person? Is it someone I know? Is it someone I've been feeling drawn to? Is it someone I've been sensing has feelings for me? And the answer is yes. It's someone you know, someone you've interacted with, someone who's been in your orbit, and you've probably felt something too. You've probably sensed that there's more to this connection than meets the eye. You've probably wondered, even if only in passing, what it would be like if something more happened between you. And Virgo, that wasn't just random curiosity, that was your intuition picking up on the energy that's been flowing between you. That was your soul recognizing the connection that's been trying to come to the surface. And now it's about to surface. Let me talk about the age gap specifically, because I know that's the thing that's been making this so complicated. I'm seeing that this age gap is significant enough that it's been the main reason why this person has held back. They've been telling themselves that it's too much, that it's not practical, that it's not worth the potential drama. But Virgo, the universe doesn't care about age gaps. The universe doesn't care about what's conventional. The universe cares about soul connections. And what I'm seeing is that this is a soul connection. This is not just a passing attraction. This is not just physical chemistry. This is something deeper, something that transcends age, something that transcends logic, something that transcends fear. This is the kind of connection that comes around once in a lifetime. And the age gap is nothing but a number. I'm also seeing that the age gap is actually a part of why this connection is so powerful. There's a dynamic at play that's unique, a dynamic that brings out the best in both of you. Maybe the older person brings wisdom, stability, and perspective. Maybe the younger person brings energy, passion, and a fresh outlook on life. Together, you balance each other out. You complete each other. You challenge each other to grow in ways that neither of you could do alone. And that, Virgo, is beautiful. That's the kind of connection that makes people envious. That's the kind of connection that people secretly wish they had. And it's about to be acknowledged. It's about to be claimed. It's about to be celebrated. But I also need to be real with you. I'm seeing that there are people around you who are not going to understand. People who are going to have opinions. People who are going to judge. People who are going to say things that are hurtful and dismissive. And Virgo, I need you to be prepared for that. I need you to have a plan. I need you to know deep in your soul that what you have is real and that other people's opinions don't matter, because they don't. They really don't. The people who love you, truly love you, will support you. The people who don't, they were never really in your corner. And it's better to know that now than to find out later. I'm also seeing that this person has been testing the waters. They've been dropping hints, little breadcrumbs, subtle comments, ways of testing whether you might feel the same way. Maybe you've noticed. Maybe you've thought, that was a little different. That felt a little charged. And Virgo, that was them. That was them trying to gauge your reaction, trying to see if it's safe to go further. And what I'm being shown is that your reaction, whether you realized it or not, has been encouraging them. You've been open, you've been receptive, you've been warm. And that's given them the courage they need to finally confess. Now, let me talk about what this confession is going to look like, because I know you want to know. I know you're curious. And I'm seeing that it's going to come in a moment of vulnerability, a moment when the walls are down, a moment when the usual defenses are lowered. Maybe it's a late night conversation. Maybe it's a letter or a message. Maybe it's a moment of eye contact that says everything that words can't. However it comes, it's going to be heartfelt. It's going to be raw. It's going to be real. This person is going to lay it all on the line. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel with no filters, no excuses, no way to take it back. And they're going to be terrified while they do it, but they're going to do it anyway because the truth is too big to keep inside. I'm seeing that this confession is going to bring up a lot of emotions for both of you. For them, relief and fear. For you, probably shock, maybe confusion, maybe excitement, maybe a mix of all of the above. And that's okay. That's natural. You don't need to have a perfect response ready. You don't need to know exactly how you feel or exactly what you want. What you need to do is listen. Listen with your whole heart. Listen without judgment. Listen without rushing to respond. And then when you've taken it in, when you've let it settle, you can respond from a place of truth, from a place of alignment, from a place of what's genuinely right for you. I also want to talk about what happens after the confession, because this isn't just about the moment it happens, it's about what comes next. I'm seeing that once this truth is out, once the age gap love is acknowledged, you're going to have some decisions to make. Decisions about how you want to move forward. Decisions about what you want this relationship to look like. Decisions about how you're going to handle the reactions of the people around you. And Virgo, I want you to take your time with these decisions. Don't rush. Don't feel pressured. Don't let anyone else's timeline dictate yours. This is your life. This is your love. And you get to decide how it unfolds. I'm also seeing that there's a lot of potential in this connection, a lot of potential for growth, a lot of potential for joy, a lot of potential for a partnership that's truly fulfilling. But that potential can only be realized if both of you are willing to be brave. Brave enough to face the judgment, brave enough to ignore the whispers, brave enough to choose each other even when it's not the easy choice. And Virgo, I believe you can be brave. I believe you can be bold. I believe you can choose love even when it's complicated, because that's what love is. It's not always simple, it's not always convenient, but it's always worth it. Let me also address something I'm sensing in the energy. There might be a part of you that's scared, a part of you that's worried about the age gap, a part of you that's worried about what people will think, a part of you that's worried about whether this can actually work. And those fears are valid, they're real, they deserve to be acknowledged. But I need you to see that those fears are not the whole truth. They're just a small part of a much bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that this connection is real. It's authentic, it's divinely guided, and the universe doesn't bring people together without a reason. So trust that reason, trust that timing, trust that love. I also want to say something about the people who might try to tear this apart. There will be some, there always are. When something beautiful and unexpected happens, they'll have opinions, they'll have judgments, they'll have concerns, and some of those concerns might even come from a place of love. But Virgo, you don't have to let those concerns dictate your choices. You can listen to them, you can consider them, but at the end of the day, you get to make your own decision. You get to live your own life, you get to choose your own love, and no one else gets to do that for you. And here's the thing. If you choose this person, if you choose this love, you're not just choosing them, you're choosing yourself. You're choosing to honor your heart. You're choosing to honor your desires. You're choosing to honor the truth of who you are and what you want. And that, Virgo, is always the right choice, no matter what anyone else says. Now, I want to share something specific that I'm seeing about this person. They're nervous, really nervous. They've been losing sleep, rehearsing what they're going to say, imagining all the different ways it could go. They've been feeling sick to their stomach with anxiety, but they're also feeling a sense of relief because they know that the truth needs to come out. They know that keeping it inside is worse than any outcome. And they've finally reached a point where they're ready to take that leap. They're ready to be vulnerable. They're ready to risk it all. And Virgo, that takes so much courage, so much heart, so much trust. And they're giving it to you. They're trusting you with their heart. And that's a gift, a rare and precious gift. I also want to tell you that this person has been dreaming about you, not just daydreams, but actual dreams, dreams where things are different, dreams where you're together, dreams where the age gap doesn't matter, where the world is just the two of you and everything is perfect. And those dreams have been haunting them. They've been a constant reminder of what could be. And they've been the fuel that's finally pushing them to act because they can't keep dreaming forever. They need to know if the dream can become reality. And Virgo, I believe it can. I believe this can work. I believe this can be beautiful, not because it's easy, but because it's real. Not because everyone will approve, but because you know in your heart what's true. Not because there won't be challenges, but because the challenges will make you stronger. And that's what love is. It's choosing each other again and again, even when it's hard. It's showing up even when you're scared. It's believing in each other even when the world doubts you. And this person believes in you. They believe in this. And it's time to see where that belief can take you. So here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to take a breath, a deep, grounding breath. And as you breathe in, imagine yourself opening your heart. Imagine yourself releasing any fear, any doubt, any hesitation. And as you breathe out, release the need to control the outcome. Just let it go and trust. And then I want you to say these words out loud. Say them with intention. Say them with belief. Say them like they're already true. I am ready for this confession. I am open to receiving this love. I trust the timing. I trust the process. I trust myself. I release the fear of judgment. I release the need for approval. I choose what's real. I choose what's true. I choose love. And I am ready to see where this leads. Say that 3 times. Let it sink into your soul. Let it become your reality. And then, when you're ready, drop your comment. Type confessed. Claim it. Own it. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications because this is just the beginning. And what's coming next is going to be even more beautiful. Blessings on your heart, Virgo. Always, the confession is coming and it's going to change everything. Age is just a number, but love is eternal. And this love is about to be set free.